Hey, Rudy.
Morning, Rudy.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Doing fine. I'm just concerned about our attendance being down this past weekend.
Yeah, me too. I still find it very hard to believe that just because a new theater opened up on 4th Avenue that's affected our ticket sales by nearly half.
Actually, it was a little more than half.
Yeah, but they're still way down.
Yeah, we probably didn't even meet our expenses, did we, Rudy?
No, we didn't.
Well, see, that's not good.
It's the first time that's happened since we opened.
Well, let's just hope this is just an off week.
I don't think so.
Why you say that?
Yeah, you know something we don't?
Maybe. When Travis came in talking about that new theater opening up, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, there's a lot of theaters in this town. But Saturday night, after our show was done, I came in to shut everything down and noticed the newspaper article you brought in. So I read it. Did you notice who that article mentions as the owner of that new theater?
Well, it mentioned a name, but it didn't mean anything to me.
No, me either.
Jimmy Atkinson.
And who is he?
Jimmy Atkinson used to own this theater before he sold it to Mr. Wheeler. Did you ever notice the letters above our marquee, ACT?
Yeah, I've noticed them, but...
Yeah, me too. They spell act.
Yeah, they do spell ACT, but they stand for Atkinson Community Theater. Atkinson used to own this theater and then supposedly had a big gambling debt he couldn't pay. In order to pay that off, he sold it to Mr. Wheeler. But ever since Mr. Wheeler became the official owner, well, Atkinson hasn't been too happy about it.
I did not know this.
Yeah, me either.
In one of my meetings with Mr. Wheeler recently, it came up that Atkinson had made another offer to Mr. Wheeler to buy back this theater.
Another offer? How many has he made?
A few, apparently. But it's a non-issue. The theater's not for sale. But Atkinson doesn't like people saying no to him, mostly because I don't think anybody ever does.
So he's that powerful in this city?
Well, let's just say right now he's got a lot of money, and...
With money, there's power.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he can't break Mr. Wheeler.
No, he can't.
Well, how do they know each other? Through this transaction?
Well, they're both in real estate, so they've known each other for a long time.
And if Atkinson wanted to buy the theater back and Mr. Wheeler didn't want to sell, then the next best thing to do would be to open up one right next door and to do plays opposite of the ones that we're doing.
My thoughts exactly.
And why do you say that?
Well, because I know how the devil works. Now, from what Rudy is telling us, I wouldn't be surprised if Atkinson opened the theater next door, planned to do the most raunchy plays he could do in an effort to put us out of business.
Nah, that sounds a little far-fetched to me.
I wouldn't be so sure. Atkinson used to do those kind of plays in this theater years ago. He'd cast college students and do shows that appealed to that crowd. It was like spring break in here every weekend.
Yeah, but that'd be just a waste of money just to open up a theater to make us go under.
Not if you've got money to burn, apparently.
Well, can you tell us anything else about it?
Yeah, he owns half the town, and I think he wants to own the other half. He's got his hand in a lot of businesses, and seems like he's just interested in putting everybody else out of business.
Well, has Mr. Wheeler had trouble with him before?
No. But from Atkinson's perspective, we're in his theater, so he just doesn't like us.
Okay. Well, let's just say Gates is right about this guy. He opens up a new theater just to hurt us. I still don't see how his plays are going to affect us. I mean, our audience is completely different.
Travis, let me put it to you this way. What types of films do Christians go to the movies to watch?
I don't know, all kinds, I guess.
And some of those films have the same content as his plays.
Right?
There you go. If some Christians will go to those movies, they'll go to his plays.
Hey, Travis, we're gonna rehearse after lunch. Have you had a chance to look at the script? Travis,
What'd you say?
I said, have you had a chance to look at the script yet?
And just how old is my character supposed to be?
190.
I have to wear 90?
No, but the scene takes place at 90.
And how old is Lisa supposed to be?
In her 80s. Have you had a chance to look at your lines?
No, I feel fine. How are you?
Travis.
And how old is Chad supposed to be?
20.
Now, I know he's your honey. I read the script.
I said 20.
And how old is your character supposed to be?
The same.
What game?
I said the same.
The plane.
Travis, will you quit?
No, I didn't spit.
Will you stop?
I didn't know we started. You said after lunch.
You know, your character's not hard of hearing.
He's not?
No, he's not.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was. My mistake?
Yeah, you want some cake?
Hey, what's up?
We just had a church group of 35 call and cancel.
Why?
They didn't say. It was a singles pastor, and he had 35 tickets for this week's show. He just wanted to cancel. He couldn't get off the phone fast enough.
Did he give a reason?
No, and I'm sorry I didn't ask, but he didn't give me any time. I mean, he just wanted to cancel and be done with it. I was surprised to get a phone call like that.
We haven't had that happen before, have we?
No, people call and change dates, but they don't cancel like that.
It's odd.
I just thought you should know.
Thanks for telling me. We're all ready to go on this week's show. We're gonna close with the comedy sketch that Kelly wrote.
Oh, that's good.
Well, you remember the two guys from the cafe that I told you about who were going to see that new play again?
Yeah?
They're going again this week.
A third time?
No, a fourth.
How's it a fourth? They've only been going on for 2 weeks.
They went and saw it twice last week.
What kind of show are they doing over there?
I don't think I really need to tell you that.
And I can't believe this.
Temptation's a powerful thing.
Yeah, but I thought we had built up a loyal audience here, and that we were getting good word of mouth about our show.
We have, and we are.
Then what's going on?
I don't know.
Well, who does?
Are you the justice of the peace?
Yes.
We want to get married.
Now?
Well, yes. Your advertisement said you perform marriages 24 hours a day.
No one ever takes that literally.
Please, we want to get married.
Why don't you come back later?
But we're in love. We want to get married now.
Come on, mister. We'll pay extra if we have to.
Well, it is $25 extra to get married in the middle of the night.
That's fine. We can afford it.
Yeah. Well, let me go check with my wife. Louisa, there's a couple here that says they want to get married.
At this time of night?
Yeah,
Well, tell them to come back later.
I did.
Did they leave?
No?
Are they still here?
Yeah. They said they read our ad in the paper where we do ceremonies 24 hours a day.
I think we should change that ad. Honey, don't you think we should change that ad? I think we should change that ad. And why these two kids want to get married in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, now, if we didn't have kids getting married in the middle of the night, we'd be out of business.
Oh, yes, you're right. Don't change that ad, honey. Now, where's the lovely couple?
Right there.
Hello, I'm Louisa. You kids ready to get married?
Yes, ma'am.
We're very excited.
Oh, and so are we, aren't we, honey? But now, why do you kids want to get married in the middle of the night?
Because we're in love. We don't want to wait another second.
Well, now, wouldn't you want your parents to see you get married?
No. My mother doesn't really like her.
And my father doesn't really like him.
What about your mother?
What about her?
Does she like him?
My mother's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, what about your father?
What about him?
Does he like her?
My father's dead as well.
I'm sorry to hear that, too.
But are you sure you kids want to get married without your parents' approval?
Yes, my father's being very unreasonable.
Well, why doesn't your father like Junior here?
He thinks he's a no-good, lazy bum.
Well, are you?
No.
Do you have a job?
No.
What time do you get up in the morning?
About 10.
Sounds like your father's right to me.
No, he's not. My man's as good as they come.
Aw. Thanks.
Well, why doesn't your mother like her?
My mother thinks she's just looking for a free ride.
Well, are you?
No.
Do you own your own car?
No.
Do you drive his?
Yes.
Well, sounds like your mother's right to me.
No, she isn't. My girl's the best. The very best. Now, will you marry us?
I guess so. Come on in. You ready to begin?
Yes, we are.
Well, you're standing in the right place. Louisa is going to be our witness. Do you, Junior, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Free Rider, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Okay, then. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
What's that?
What's what?
That part that you just said.
What'd I just say?
The part about God putting us under.
No, Junior, he didn't say put you under. He said put us under.
What's that mean?
It means whatever God has put together, meaning this marriage, don't let anybody break it up.
That's right. When you get married for life. You don't get married thinking that if things don't work out, you'll get a divorce.
You see, you want to make sure you're going to marry the right one, so you don't have to go through a divorce.
You don't want to do that.
You see, we've seen so many young people come through here, hastily get married, and then in a short time, they get a divorce. It scars them for life.
It's true. We've been doing this for over 40 years now, and we've seen so many young people, nice kids like yourself, get so hurt and so needlessly.
Yeah, you know, I remember this one couple. They were about your age. They were so in love, and they just had to get married. And even though their family didn't want them to, they did it anyway. You remember that couple, Louisa?
Oh, yes. And just less than a year later, they were divorced. And they were so hurt and so angry. It was just so horrible.
Yeah, we felt so sorry for them. I mean, you know, they only known each other for 5 months. And we told them, we think you need more time to get to know each other.
I remember telling that young woman that if she would just wait at least another year, then she would know for sure whether this was the man that God wanted her to marry or not. But she wouldn't have it. She wanted to get married that very night. Oh, and now, less than a year later, divorced.
Yeah, I guess she found out he wasn't the man that God meant for her to be with, because she wasn't with him anymore.
No, she's divorced and hurt.
You see, nobody wins in a divorce. Nobody. Not the one getting divorced, and not the one being divorced. Nobody wins.
And it's no fun playing a game that nobody wins at.
No, not at all. So, are you ready for me to finish this ceremony?
Oh, wait a second. Wait just a second.
Yeah, wait a second.
This is a pretty big commitment if we're supposed to be married for life.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I love you very much, but I don't want to see you get hurt in the future. And I certainly don't want to be the one that hurts you.
That may be one of the sweetest things anyone's ever said to me. I don't want to hurt you either.
So maybe we should wait a little while?
Yeah, maybe we should.
I mean, if we wait just a little while longer and we're still together, then that probably means our marriage will just be stronger, won't it?
That's exactly right.
Yes, because me and the missus have been together for 63 years.
And we dated for over 6 years before we ever got married.
6 years? Why so long?
Because we wanted to be sure so we would know it would last.
And it has for 63 years. Now, wouldn't you want your marriage to last for 63 years?
And it's been the happiest 63 years of my life. We have a wonderful marriage.
We've only been dating each other for 6 months.
Well, then, you've only got 5.5 years to go. Why don't you come back and see us then, okay?
I think we will. Sorry to wake you.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night. God bless. Well, that's another marriage ceremony we didn't perform.
And maybe one more divorce we kept from happening too.
Oh, they seem like a couple of nice kids.
Yes, they did.
They just seem hasty like most.
You know, we turn away more business than any other business I know of.
Yeah, but the Lord has still provided for us. We have this little house here and everything. But most of all, I have you. And that's all that matters to me.
And you're all that matters to me too.
Hello. We wanted to pay you.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Junior. You didn't even get married.
I know, but you probably saved us a trip to divorce court in about a year, and, well, we just wanted to say thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you're welcome, but just keep your money.
Thanks. Hey, mister. See you in about 5.5 years?
You got it, Junior.
Morning, Trav.
Hey, what do you say, Gates?
Not much.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, now, you don't sound okay.
Well, I'm concerned about our attendance.
Yeah. 3 weeks ago, we never thought something like this would happen. Now, for the last 2 weeks, it's the only thing that's on our mind.
Yeah. We worked hard on last week's show, too. I thought it went over very well. Unfortunately, not very many people saw it.
Yeah, every night we've been less than half full, even the Saturday nights.
And we always play to a full house on Saturdays.
Not the last 2 weeks. Man, what is going on here?
I don't know. Seems like the 7th Street Theater has the plague or something.
Well, I don't say it like that.
Well, that's the way it seems. Let's just wait and see what this weekend brings. Maybe the attendance will pick up.
What if it doesn't?
Hey, Johanna. Here's the lineup for you.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm almost afraid to ask this question, but how are the pre-sales?
Do you really want to know?
Well, if it's bad, don't tell me. How bad is it?
Not good.
Anything at all?
Oh, we have a couple of small groups for Saturday.
What about Friday?
Nothing.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, Rudy.
So for 2 weeks, our attendance has been way down, and now you're telling me this week's gonna be even worse?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
But listen, Rudy, around here, we walk by faith and not by sight.
Thanks for the reminder. Is everybody ready to go?
Almost.
So, Rudy, you going to eat with us?
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah.
Well, I want you to know how very proud I am of myself this weekend. I did not ask you one time how many people come to the shows. So what do you think about that?
Didn't really notice.
Oh,
Well, since you answered that way, how many people did come to the shows this weekend?
Exact numbers?
Yeah.
You really want to know?
No. Tell me anyway.
429.
for all 5 shows?
Yep.
Okay, this theater only holds 212. 5 full shows, that'd be 1,060. So we did 429. That's exactly 101 less than half full.
Travis, you are a walking math book.
I mean, that's the worst attendance we've ever had. I mean, we did more on opening weekend 2 years ago. We only did 3 shows.
I know.
So what in the world's going on here?
Wish I knew.
Well, all of a sudden, this has become the biggest problem in our life. We can't keep the show going playing to only half a house all the time.
I know.
So what's going on?
We are going out of business. Very quickly going out of business. Hey, Johanna.
Hey, Rudy.
How you doing?
Okay, how about you?
Well, it's Monday morning, and there's only one question on anybody's minds.
Which is?
What's going on? We had 429 people at the show this week. That is not good.
No, it's not.
Not good at all.
No, it's not.
So I just came up here. Why? I don't know. It's what I do. I come in and I check with you on Monday morning, so here I am.
Well, I'm here ready to start another week at 7th Street Theater.
Right.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Wheeler. Yeah, everybody's here. All right, we'll see you soon.
What's up, Rudy?
Mr. Wheeler's on his way over to talk to us.
Oh, this can't be good.
I have to round everybody up.
Well, did he say what he wanted to talk to us about?
No, he just wanted to be sure everybody was here.
This can't be good.
I'm just as puzzled about all this as you guys are. What's even more puzzling is how fast this has happened.
Yeah, like overnight. Our attendance has dropped to less than half full in the last 3 weeks.
You've been supplementing us from your other business just to keep our bills paid.
And that's why I'm here. Because I'm not in a position to do that anymore like I was when we first started. I'm working less hours at the office, and I'm just not bringing in as much income.
The theater needs to support itself like it has been.
That's right.
So unless our attendance gets back to where it was...
And that very soon.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Well, we understand, Mr. Wheeler. You're not a bank.
No, Gates, I'm afraid I'm not.
I could always get a part-time job back at the cafe if you think that would help.
Well, I appreciate that, Chad, but we really need you here full-time to put the show together.
God is able to take care of all of us like he has been. Just seems to me like there's something bigger going on here.
I agree. There's something going on beyond the scope of what we're seeing.
Yeah, but what?
Do you have any idea, Mr. Wheeler?
No, Kelly, I don't. I really don't.
Unless we find out what it is and figure out a way to get this thing turned around,